We're going to do it together and see if they're really true, what they're showing us. So I'm going to put our link down in our chat. It will work right here in our Infinite. So all you have to do is click on it. It is 1 minute and 30 seconds long. So this should be really quick for us to watch and see if we can follow along with this demonstration. Take a second. I want us to watch this video. I'm going to watch it with us to make sure that we had enough time to watch it, okay? So all you have to do is click on the link and it will get started right away for you.
Well, let's make a soap-powered boat. And so we've got surface tension on here. And what you do for this, I've got those little meat trays, you know?
Yes.
Cut it into a shape sort of like this. Here's the jumbo version, so you can kind of see. And then you can make it out of cardboard.
But that's neat. Okay, you're recycling
These are good.
product.
Yeah, recycling product that floats well. And I have spared no expense and gone and I've created a scale replica of the NECN
USS
yacht.
NECN,
Yes,
I love it.
This is our corporate yacht
Great.
that picks me up every morning. And what we're going to do with this is I've got a little kind of toothpick here.
Okay.
Just poke that into our soap.
All right, done.
All right, and we're going to put a little bit sort of on the inside of that.
Okay, there you go.
Perfect.
Because I like to make a mess even when we're not supposed to be making a mess. Go ahead.
Absolutely. All right, come around on this end.
All right, I'm coming.
Now, wouldn't it be cool if we could put this boat
Yep.
in water? You could use a tray at home or
Yep.
anything, and it would actually propel itself just based on soap.
Just based on soap.
That would be cool.
All right, let's do it.
Let's hope it works. All right, you take this.
Yes.
You're going to drop it in, and let's see if we can get it to go.
Here we go. Ready? Whoa!
Isn't that cool?
Oh, listen, Mom, the kids are going to go nuts if you do this. Try it.
All right, so that should have given us enough time to watch our little video about soap-powered boats. So what did we see? What did we observe when we watched the video? Anna?
That when he put the soap, it propelled the boat.
Yeah, when you put on the soap, it propelled the boat. Do you think if the soap was not on the boat, do you think it would have moved? What do we think? Let me clear all those red X's, green circles. What do you think? What would be your prediction? If there's no soap on the boat, do you think it is going to move? All right, so I'm seeing some red X's, but not everybody's made their prediction. What do we think? David, what do you think, bud? If I have one of these boats, and I do have one of these boats, I'm going to turn on this camera so that we can see my setup here. So I have my dish. Let me turn on my camera so that we can all see it. I think we can see it in my recording, but I know you guys can't see it yet. Okay, so I have my dish. I have my dish set up, ready to go. And I have my boat. So I cut out a boat just like how they said in the video. If I put my boat just down in this water, no soap on it, no anything, is it going to move more than the waves that I create by setting it down? More than just by the waves that I create by setting it down. What do we think? Kerrigan, what do you think? Do you think it'll move?
Yeah, I think it will.
If I just set it down, no soap at all.
Wait, no, I don't think it will.
Well, let's check. I'm going to try to set it down as easy as possible. Is it moving?
No.
No, it just kind of set up right at the side, and it's not moving. It's not moving at all. But now I'm going to follow those steps, okay? Shake them dry a little bit. Have my towel. Let's kind of dry off my little boat. And I, too, made mine of like a meat tray, okay? Right before class, I cut it out. Here's the meat tray that I cut out, so I definitely used a meat tray. And I have my soap here. And I'm going to put some soap right along the inside. Okay? I'll put some soap right along the inside. So let's test it. Do we think it's going to move now? I put the soap on it. Do we think it's going to move now? Green circles, red X's. Oh, I'm seeing lots and lots of green circles. It's kind of hard for me to see at my angle that my computer is. What is going on now? I think it's the material, my bowl here, that it keeps getting stuck on the side. What are we seeing? What happened? Alexis, what happened?
It moved.
It did. It moved. It went from one end of the bowl all the way down to the other end. So the reason why it's going to do this is because the soap makes it so that the surface tension doesn't hold it in place. When it's not moving, the surface tension is holding it right there, just like it would the bug. But as soon as it starts to move, that's our way of saying that the surface tension has broken, that it's going to be able to move. So let's kind of fill out this chart, because I think this chart is really great, because it makes us think about what we noticed and what we can wonder about more. Okay, so what did we notice in our little demonstration? Let me put down the hands. What did we notice in our demonstration? Micah, let's try that mic again.
Is this better?
That's much better.
We noticed that when you put soap on the bottom, it will move.
Okay, so we noticed that the soap caused the boat to move in the water. Tabby, did you notice anything else?
I noticed that the boat didn't move when there was no soap on it.
Okay. Let's think about how. How did the boat move? Did it move quickly? Did it move slowly? How would you describe the movements of the boat? Did it move in a straight line? Did it move in a curve? How would you describe the movements? Calvin?
It moved in like a not too fast speed, but like a kind of fast speed.
Can I say a medium speed?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it moved maybe in a medium speed. So it wasn't too quick, but it wasn't too slow. Was there anything else that we noticed? Cora?
There was no water stream behind it. Like, if you're moving fast on the water or something on top of it, there's usually like a stream of water that's coming off behind it.
Excellent. Yeah, that was a good observation, Cora, that if it's moving super fast, that there would be a stream right behind it. Micah?
I was going to say
Oh, Micah, again, I'm struggling to hear you. You better send me a private message, bud.
Can you hear me now?
That's better. Nope, not better. I can't hear you. Send me a private message, bud, because I don't know what you're trying to tell me. Are there things that we wonder? Are there things that we wonder about this experiment? Let me put down hands. And we'll see if we are wondering something. Tossie, what are you wondering?
I was wondering, how did it do that?
Okay. So you're wondering, how did the boat move when there's soap added? Okay. So that's something to wonder. Shelby?
I'm wondering if it could work with a different material like foam or plastic.
Would it work with a different material? So I used foam. I used the meat foam, just like what they did in the video. So for dinner tonight, we're making chicken. So I took my chicken tray and I washed it real good because I didn't want any chicken guts on there. And I washed it real, real good. And then I cut out a piece from my chicken tray. So that's what I used is a piece of foam. But maybe if we use something different, plastic or cardboard, would it work different? Would something be different? Anna?
I wonder what would happen if you used a different type of soap, like glycerin soap.
Oh, okay. So you wonder what would happen. What would happen if we used a different soap? I just used my dish soap right at my kitchen sink. You could see it in the background. So that's what I used. Micah had a good one that he was trying to tell us. He noticed that the boat kept getting stuck. He noticed that the boat kept getting stuck. And he also made the observation there was nothing guiding it, like a sail. In the video, there was a sail. So there was nothing guiding the boat. And it kept getting stuck on the side because there was nothing guiding it. So if Micah noticed this, what change could we make to our boat? What could we wonder about? Let's look at what Micah noticed. What could we wonder? Oh, there went Alexis. Could we change something and see if it makes a difference? If Micah said there was nothing guiding the boat, there was not a sail, it kept getting stuck. Anna, what do you think?
I wonder if we added like a sail, or some more weight to it, it would probably wonder what would happen, if it would make it go faster or make it guide straight.
Okay, so how would a sail make the boat, how would a sail change the way the boat moved? Or how would a weight change the way the boat moved? Is there anything else that we can look at this and wonder? Calvin?
What in the soap makes the boat move?
Say that one more time, Calvin.
Like, there has to be something in the soap that makes the boat move, not just like all the soap. It might just be like one thing.
Okay, so you want to know what property of the soap. And that's a really good question. But when I'm looking up here, I'm going to stop our wonders just for a second. When I'm looking up here, I need to be thinking about what of these things can I test? Is there anything up here that I can actually do an experiment and see if I can get an answer? Shelby, what do you think?
You could change the soap, or you could change the material, and you can keep testing.
Yeah, you can change the soap, you can change the material. Should you change a whole bunch of things all at once, or should you just change one thing at a time? Calvin, what do you think?
One or like maybe two things.
If I change two things, Calvin, would I know which one made the difference?
No.
No. So how many things should I change at a time?
One
Just one. So if I want to test what would happen if I used a different material, if I want to test that, what can I do? What can I do to test that? What do we think? What can I do to test? Would it work with a different material? Would it work with a different material? What could I do to test that? Oh, I'm trying here, guys. My microphone is starting to die, so I need you to help me out. What would we do to test with a different material? What did I make my boat out of? Shelby?
You made it out of that meat foam.
So what could I do to test with a different material?
You could like trace it with the boat that you made and trace it with the material you're trying next, so it still has the same way that it was built as.
Excellent, Shelby. I like that you said we're going to trace it, because then it's the same size, it's the same shape. The only thing we're going to change is what it is made out of. So maybe we want to try plastic. I know you said plastic. Maybe we want to try cardboard. That's another thing that we can try. But I like that you're going to trace it. What about this one here? How Micah said with the guiding, how would a sail change the way the boat moved? How could I test this? How would a sail change the way the boat moved? What could I do to test this one? Alexis, what could I do?
You can probably use a fan to make it guide through the water.
Okay, so Alexis, say that one more time. I was beeping and didn't hear you.
You can use a fan to make it move.
Well, we don't want to use a fan because then we're not using the soap to let it move. We wouldn't want to add a fan because that's adding something different. It's adding something new outside of the soap. So we want to think of a sail and just... Cora, what do you think?
Maybe like one of those toothpicks that has like that paper stuff on the top.
Okay. And what would you do with that?
Stick it on it, or if you're doing it with plastic, maybe tape it.
Okay, yeah. So you can take a toothpick or something that has that sail on the top, and you can add it. You absolutely can to test this. By testing are things that we can test. I don't know that we can test the how does the boat move when there's soap added. The reason why is because that's something that we can learn in class about surface tension. But I believe that all of these other ones that you came up with, we could actually do an experiment and we could test. And you absolutely have the option to do this experiment and to try this. This would be one that you can do at home. And I'm going to send all of us the instructions that if we do want to try this, what material you need, how to make it. And we can try to answer the questions that we came up with together with what would happen with a different type of soap. We can set up that experiment. We can test what would happen with a different kind of soap. We can set up and we can test what would happen if the boat was made out of something else. We can test that. We can check it and see. Micah, you can test and you can see. You're the one who was really adamant, really thinking that, hey, the sail, I think the sail is making a difference. So would a sail help? I'm even going to say steer. Would help, we said guide the boat. Would a sail help guide the boat? We can test that. We can put a sail in there and test and see. We absolutely can do these things. So I'm going to send us a sheet that's going to have all of these directions because I think this would be a fun activity for us to attempt, for us to try. And I have this all in one document that I'm going to have to upload and send to you so that you can try it at home. Okay? Remember, you don't have to use the foam. You can use cardboard. You can try plastic. You can be testing some of those other things. Okay? And if you try this, maybe tomorrow we can come back and we can talk about what you tried at home. So try it tonight if you're going to try it so that tomorrow we can talk about what differences, what changes did you see.